Welcome students to MJC Learning. This is second lecture of current electricity. In current electricity, previously we talked about all the basics of current electricity. Now we will be talking about Kirchhoff first law. Before starting the Kirchhoff first law, we will get familiarized with some of the terms which we will be using. First is branch, nodes, loops. First we will be talking about nodes or junction. Nodes or junction. First of all, what do you mean by a junction? Students, you already know something about junction is that there exists something called as railway junction. So what do you observe at railway junction is current will not definitely come at railway junction, but trains are coming at railway junction and leaving for its destination. So ट्रेन वहाँ से जंक्शन से जाती है और ट्रेन जंक्शन पे आती है, तो वैसा ही जंक्शन सर्किट में भी होता है. सर्किट में करंट आता जंक्शन पे है और जाता भी जंक्शन से. सो हियर करंट कम्स एंड करंट लीव. सो दोज पॉइंट्स आर कॉल्ड जंक्शन और नोड्स. नाउ depending upon number of lines which are at junction, now you can see here current I1 is flowing towards the junction, that is second this, and I2 and I2 is moving away from the junction. So here three currents are there, I1, I2 and I2. Next is, what is branch? Branch is any line which is having a component which is between two nodes or branch. Now next is, what is loop? So loop is a continuous circuit, continuous line. You can see here that it starts at A and ends at A. You can see the continuous loop is formed with the help of battery and resistor. Because of this continuous loop, current will continuously flow in this circuit. And what is not a loop? If there is a breakage of circuit, as you can see, it starts at A but cannot complete at A. It is not returning back to A. So it is called not a loop or an open loop. It is called an open loop. The previous one which was here, this one is called closed loop and this is called open loop. Next is, what is our Kirchhoff's current law? So Kirchhoff current law is also obeys laws of conservation of charge. That is, no charge is added, no charge is destroyed. So in simple word, amount of current entering the node or junction must be equal to amount of current leaving the node. जितना करंट आ रहा है उतना ही करंट जंक्शन से बाहर भी जाएगा. तो मतलब क्या, वहाँ पे करंट सारा करंट मिला के अगर हमने सबको ऐड कर लिया तो इट शुड बी ऑलवेज इक्वल टू 0. नेक्स्ट इज, which current we will be taking positive and which current we will be taking negative. So here current moving towards the junction will be taken as positive. Current moving away from the junction will be taken as negative. As you can see here, एक नोड दिया है यहाँ पे, I1 मूव कर रहा है नोड की तरफ और जंक्शन की तरफ, तो उसको हम पॉजिटिव लेंगे, और I2 मूव कर रहा है अवे फ्रॉम द जंक्शन, सो इसको हम नेगेटिव लेंगे. Here you can see, and summation of I is equal to 0. Actually, this is Kirchhoff first law. Summation of all the current at the junction is equal to 0. This is what Kirchhoff first law say. Again, I am going to repeat, students. Current, summation of all the current flowing in the junction is 0. क्योंकि सेम अमाउंट ऑफ करंट अंदर भी जा रहा है, सेम अमाउंट करो बाहर भी जा रहा है, तो सबको मिला के 0 हो जाता है करंट. अब I1 is positive and I2 is negative, which is equal to 0. So I1 will be equal to I2. This is what we concluded from this equation. Now let's take an example. As you can see, ये जो है ये this red dot, sorry blue dot is our junction or node. So there are some current moving towards the junction and some currents are moving away from the junction. First we will be taking current moving towards the junction, that is positive current. So here only two currents are moving towards the junction, that is I1 and I4. So I1 and I4 are I4, okay. I4 is positive, whereas I5, I3 and I2 are negative, that is moving away from the node or junction. Again I am repeating, node and junction are same here, okay. Last step is applying Kirchhoff current law, that is summation of I is equal to 0. So taking all the values, positive value I1 plus I4 minus I2 minus I3 minus I5. If you shift all the negative terms to the left, right, you will get I1 plus I4 is equal to I2 plus I3 plus I5, which is what Kirchhoff law said. The amount of current coming towards the junction will be equal to amount of current leaving the junction. So we know I2, I3, I5 are leaving the junction, I1 and I4 are coming towards the junction. With help of this law, we can find any current flowing at any branch of the circuit. Let us see an example or sum. So here we have given again a circuit. I1 is 3 ampere, I3 is 5 ampere, I4 is 6 ampere, I5 is 1 ampere. Find I2. Same procedure we are going to follow. सबसे पहले करंट कौन सा बाहर जा रहा है देख लो, तो that will be negative. So I1, I5 and I4 are negative. Current moving towards the your junction is I3 and I2, which are again positive. Summation of all the current will be equal to 0. This is KCL or Kirchhoff current law. So now add all those things. I2, I1 minus I5 minus I4 plus I3. I3 and I2 are positive, look at them. And all the remaining I5, I4 and I1 are negative and equal to 0. Now what we have to find out is I2. So I2 will remain I2, I2. We will be substituting I1, I5, I4 and I3 value. So we will be getting answer as I2 is equal to 5 ampere. Okay. Now let us take another example. Another example is here, but let us take first how current will be flowing towards the loop in the circuit. As you can see here, in our previous example here I had substituted I1 is distributed, वो जंक्शन के बाद में I2 और I2 सेम करंट फ्लो कर रहा है उन दोनों ब्रांचेस में, क्योंकि उनका रेजिस्टर सेम है, उन दोनों का रेजिस्टेंस क्या है, सेम है. पर लेकिन अगर उन दोनों का रेजिस्टेंस डिफरेंट हुआ, डिफरेंट अमाउंट ऑफ करंट फ्लो होगा उसमें. पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वहाँ पे ज़्यादा करंट फ्लो हो रहा है, या मतलब I1 से ज़्यादा करंट फ्लो हो रहा है. फिर भी I1 विल बी इक्वल टू I2 प्लस I2. वहाँ पे भी, यहाँ पे भी I1 will be equal to I2 plus I3 by junction law. Let us see how. अभी मैंने क्या बोला कि अगर रेजिस्टेंस डिफरेंट है तो डिफरेंट अमाउंट ऑफ करंट विल फ्लो. So I1 is equal to positive by that our previous law, because it is moving towards the junction. This is our junction. This I have shown an arrow which junction we are considering right now. So I1 is flowing towards the junction, that is positive. I2 and I3 are moving away from the junction. So by applying KVL, KCL, current Kirchhoff current law, I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. So I1 will be equal to I2 plus I3. Now your homework is you have to apply the same Kirchhoff current law in the previous circuit, in this circuit. this circuit, and you have to find out what is I1. Answer I am already giving you. I1 will be equal to 2I2. Next is, let us take another example which is given in your textbook. Figure shows current in a part of electrical circuit. Find the current X. Your X is here, I6. Now they have not mentioned there is 3 junction actually here, B, C and D. D is here, this point. This point is your D. Let me mark it. This is your D. Okay. Now, so 3 junctions are there, B, C and D. At junction B, look at junction B, I1 is moving towards B, I3, I2 is moving away from B, and I3 is also moving away from B. First of all, let us see कि क्या क्या आपको दिया हुआ है. I1 is given, I2 is given. I1 is 17 ampere, I2 is 3 ampere, I3 is not given. I4 is 2A and I7 is 9A, and I6 we are going to find out. And we have not given I5 and I3. So we have to solve in such a way that we does not include I3 and I5. So at 3 junction B, C and D, at B, what are the current coming and what are the current going? I1 is coming, therefore I1 is positive, I2 and I3 are negative. Now applying Kirchhoff current law, I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. So you will get equation I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. Same is the case at C. I3 and I4 are positive because they are moving towards the C. Now I5 is moving away from the C, therefore it is negative. So I3 plus I4 minus I5 is equal to 0. Again, your I5 will be equal to I3 plus I4. At D, this is that point, I5 is coming towards the junction, positive. I6 and I7 is leaving the junction, that is negative. Therefore, I5 minus I6 minus I7 is equal to 0. Therefore, I5 is equal to I6 plus I7. Now, if you solve simultaneously, or you can solve either by substituting. If you substitute equation 3 in equation 2, that is I3, if you substitute I3 from equation 1 to equation 2, you can get directly I5 value. And if you substitute I5 value from 3 to 2, you will get definitely some other value. Because we don't have I3 and I5. So we have to substitute I3 and I5 in such a way that we get the answer in known values terms. So here I have done the same thing. I know I1 is 17, I2 is 3, I4 is 2, I7 is 9, I6 is not given, they want us to find it out, and I3 and I5 is not known to us. So here I am doing is I3 is equal to I1 minus I2. Substituting in equation 2, this is equation 2, substitute it in equation 2, you will get in equation 4, I5 is equal to I1 minus I2 plus I4. From equation 3, that is this, I5 is equal to I6 plus I7. Substitute in 4, that is equation, I have written it here, equation number 3. From equation 3, that is I5 is equal to I6 plus I7. Substitute in equation 4. So I5 will change into I6 plus I7. Now substitute your all the values. I1 is 17, I2 is 3, I4 is 2, I6 is not given. That is we have to find I7 is 9. By simple moving this 9 to this to the left direction, left side, we will get 16 minus 7, that is 7. Sorry, 16 minus 9, that is 7. So I6 is 7 ampere. I hope by this our Kirchhoff current law is understood by you. So what does Kirchhoff current law says? In simple word, amount of current entering the node or junction must be equal to amount of current leaving the node. or summation of all the current at the junction is 0. In next lecture we will be talking about Kirchhoff voltage law, and we will be understanding what is signs and symbol which we are going to use, signs which we are going to use. This loop is very important, guys. You have to understand it very carefully. Okay, thank you.